Yep. Okay. We're good to go then. We are recording. So welcome everyone. Thank you for attending this coffee chat. Um, we are going to introduce ourselves, but first, just wanted to let you know this is a very informal and casual talk. It's supposed to be just very, as I said, casual. For any questions you might have, we are currently 3 students at a different master's program at the civil engineering department, civil engineering and environmental department at Viterbi. So first of all, congratulations to all of you for being admitted to the master's program. I'm sure you all must be very excited. We were very excited a year ago because I think we all of us are first year students, right?
Yeah.
This is my first semester.
First semester, and Adele and me, we are on our second semester. As I said, we are on different programs. But yeah, welcome everyone. Congratulations, and please, any questions you might have, please let us know. We might not be able to help so much on the side of financial aid. We can provide you with valuable links regarding scholarships and financial aid, but we are here mostly to answer questions, regarding classes or enrollment procedures, just general questions about student life and so on and so forth. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna let Eje introduce herself because ladies first.
Thank you. I would also like to congratulate all of you. And as this is my first semester, I am as excited as you guys are. And I'm studying construction engineering. I'm from Turkey. And I would like to help you guys as much as I can with your questions or concerns. Any concerns are also welcomed. Adele, would you like to?
Yeah. Congratulations on your admission to University of Southern California. I remember when I got the letter, I was really excited. So my name is Adela Lazemi. I got admitted in environmental engineering, Master of Science in Environmental Engineering, and this is my first year. So the part of the reason I joined here is that I wanted to come to Los Angeles, and it's really nice area. So uh, that's all I have to say for now. And let's see, Alan, what he wanted to say.
Yeah, my name is Alan Venegas. I come from Monterrey, Mexico. As I said, I'm on my second semester. I'm doing the Advanced Design and Construction Technologies program, which is the ADCT program. And yeah, basically my experience here at USC has been a really good one, I would say. USC was my first choice from the different schools that I applied to. And it was because it had this particular program regarding construction technologies, and every other school just had the construction management or construction engineering program, which is good, but I was more interested on focusing on construction technologies. And yeah, so far that's been my experience with USC. So I just want to open the floor to anyone who would have any questions. You can do questions on the chat, or you can just unmute yourself and ask any questions you might have for us. Feel free to ask about anything.
Oh, hello, good morning. I am Carlos Jurado. I have been admitted for a start on August of this year. I am from Lima, Peru. I am really excited to be there. Right now, I am in Peru preparing everything to go there. And now I have a question. I don't know. Well, I have been admitted for the program Advanced Design and Construction Technology, same as Alan said. So at the beginning, I don't know how many courses I should take and when should I start to fill the courses in the web. I am not sure about that.
Well, first of all, welcome, Carlos, and congratulations on being admitted. Pretty excited to get to meet another colleague from the same program. And the courses, so you're coming from Peru, so you're an international student. Usually you have to take eight units for it to count as a full load, and international students are required to take a full load on their semesters. And so 8 units, generally that will be 2 classes, 2 courses, because each one is 4 units each. um, for us, for the ADC program, the way it works is you've seen probably the web page regarding our program, the USC web page, and there you can see the required courses. And the order that you can see on that list is the order that you're supposed to be taking them. But sometimes some courses are not given on a certain semester, so you will have courses, and this is for all of the programs, right? You will have courses that are given on spring semester, and then you have courses that are only given on fall semester. So um, I don't know exactly when. I think first you have, to submit your intention, your enrollment intention, or I don't remember like you have to say you're coming to USC and accept everything and pay the deposit. And after a month or so, I can't remember the exact dates, but they are going to, like, the civil engineering advisors are going to contact you and send you an email regarding enrollment, and they're going to organize a Zoom where they will let you know about the whole process for enrollment and how to pay for tuition and fees, and they're going to give you a small webinar of how this works. So I would say right now you don't have to worry about how to enroll and everything, because they are going to let you know. It's going to be more close to June, I think. I can't remember the exact month that it was
in
for me,
regard
but
of registering for classes, I think as international student they have to come to we have to go
Yeah.
when we enter the US. We have to go to the international office. Not go to them. They will send you a link where you're gonna submit that like a paper that require from you that you are you just enter the US, and then you can sign up for classes.
yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. You have to um, come.
You have to complete your immigration status verification, which you can only do after you come into the US.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't have to worry about registering to classes. There are enough spaces because there aren't many master students. Plus, your advisors, they only know your case as an international student that you have to enter first to register. So don't worry about that, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. I was worried about that. I didn't know if I had to enroll on this time. I am doing all the visa process.
Yeah.
I saw some dates, but also, as you say, I will be only able to enroll to the class when I will be there on US on at the end of July, maybe. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh.
But as I just said, that's okay. I mean, they save spots for us. Like you have a priority over anyone else who would like to take the course.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we have some questions on the chat. So Ariga is asking about the amount of annual tuition, and I think that varies depending on the units, because for tuition, the way it's calculated, it is each year, or each year they post the price per unit, like the school price posts in their webpage a price per unit. I don't know if the one for next year is already up. We can maybe look for that. And
I believe that it is stated in your acceptance letter. Maybe you should want to check that.
my acceptance letter did not give me the tuition. Like it wasn't updated yet, so I don't know. I know
I
there's
think mine.
yeah, well, maybe they give it to you on your acceptance letter, but also you can check it online. And that's the way to calculate your tuition. Basically, you if you're going to be taking 8 units per semester and it's 2 semesters per year, that's 16 units. You multiply them by the price per unit, and that's how you get your total tuition. And also there are fees that you have to add them, and those fees are also published on the webpage. And then we also have another question, which is saying, what kind of softwares do we need for studying in construction management? AJ, you're construction engineering, but maybe you can
Well, although I'm studying construction engineering, I would say that the two programs, construction management and construction engineering, are pretty similar, since we take some common classes together. But you can create your own program, although you need permission from your academic advisor, and you have to consult with them first to be sure that you're on the right track. But for example, some of the classes that I will be taking, although I haven't taken any classes that needed computer softwares. For example, we have a class, Advanced Technologies in AEC Practices, that might require us to use Revit and AutoCAD. And we have another class that's called Project Controls, that requires you to use a software program that is used in construction scheduling. So overall, I would say it depends on which classes you're planning to take. And yeah.
Also, Bluebeam is used in one of the courses of construction management. I know because a friend of mine is studying the construction management program, and they use a lot of Bluebeam. But the cool thing about that is that you don't have to worry about licenses. Once you're taking a class that requires any of the softwares that AJ mentioned, Revit, AutoCAD, Bluebeam, whatever, you are provided with a student license, and you don't even have to download the software on your computer. So you don't have to download Revit or AutoCAD, which are pretty heavy programs, and that's a really cool thing. You have access to a virtual desktop environment that you can log in from your own computer, and that way you avoid all this puzzle of having to download these heavy programs. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We also have another question saying, I am curious to know how many students participate in a program usually. Adil, do you want to talk about to answer that question regarding your program?
So in my program, we have not used many like programming, except we have used Excel, maybe some Python, but it was only maybe one time I just volunteered to do it. But other than that, I only used Excel.
And what about do you know how many students participate in your program or were admitted to your program?
I'm not sure about the specific answer, but the number is really few. So I think it's like in total should be like 10 to 12 students.
Yeah. I also am not sure about the ABCT program, how many students are admitted. The thing is that we have students coming over for just the ABCT master's program, but we also have students from undergrad who are doing a master's program while they're finishing their undergrad. So it's a mix of both of them. Overall, in a class that's just for ABCT, for the ABCT program, I would say we are around 15 students, but from different semesters. Some might be about to graduate, and some might be just like me on their second semester. Some others are starting, so it's a very different number.
For construction engineering, I'm taking 2 classes at this moment, and I would also say the class size on average is 20 people, which is a very good amount to get close with your professors and ask whatever you want and get help from them.
And mostly they feel like a private tutoring, to be honest, because it's sometimes it's just like only you guys, so you have more time to ask a question and take all the lecture with everyone else.
Yeah.
And I saw Kwabena Mambei, you raised your hand. I think I've chatted with you, by the way. Do you have a question? Do you have a question, Kwabina? Okay, if not, we can also go with Ariga, who also has her hand raised up.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think there's a problem with my sharing my webcam. So sorry about it. I just wanna short introduce about myself. Well, my name is Ariga, and I got admission for master degree of environmental engineering. I have a trick question. I don't know which one of you can help me, and what is the way and solution to find my answer about these three questions. Guys, I have my main questions is about the enrolling cost, which is non-refundable. It's about $1,000 that I supposed to pay in the first of enrolling. So it is a crucial circumstance for me because this amount is too large, and I can't afford it because in Iran situation. So is there any way to waive this amount of enrolling fee? And my second question is about to know not the exact amount, but approximate amount, the tuition. I mean for each years. And the third question, I want to know if I can't, if I have some problem with my visa. So what should I supposed to after it? If I can't be at USA in the first of the semester of FAR. So what should I do in that case? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. For your first question, that payment, $1,000, it states your intent that you have decided to study at USC. And that's the reason why it's non-refundable, but it gets deducted from your tuition. That $1,000 that you pay at the beginning to state your intent that you want to study, it will get deducted from your tuition, overall tuition. And I honestly don't know if you can waive it. I don't think you can waive it, but you might want to consult. Let me check. I don't know.
Yeah, my best advice would be trying to either call or send an email to the admissions department, both of Viterbi graduate or the civil engineering and environmental department. I really don't know if there's a possibility of waiving that fee, but my best guess would be just trying to contact them and see if they would allow you to waive it. It's a high fee, but as AJ says, if you decided to come to USC, and you're sure about it, they're just it's money that you will later not have to pay for your tuition and fees, so they will deduct it from it. I just posted on the chat the web page. I just looked at it, and it still doesn't have the updated prices for units for next year and next semesters. But you can it does have the ones for this year, so you can just make a quick estimate regarding the units. I think there will be like a 4% or 5% increment regarding these prices. I'm not sure about it. I've just heard that. But for example, for last fall semester and this summer semester, the price per unit rate was $2,424. As I said, you can just multiply this unit rate by the amount of units you will be taking. If you're an international student, you have to take 8 units per semester at least. You can take more if you want to. But that's the way to calculate your total tuition costs. I think there was another question you have.
I think,
Regarding visa,
Oh,
may I
regarding the
ask,
visa.
yeah, may I ask which country you're from? Iran. Oh, I
Iran.
see. It's very okay. You might, although we're not supposed to, I don't think we're capable of answering questions related to visa. From my own experience, I'm from Turkey, and it was difficult to get a visa since the wait times were super long. But since you are considered as an F1 student visas are easier to get. But if you will encounter any issues related to a delay in your visa, you can always contact Office of International Services at USC. I will send you the link. And if you have a problem, you can always send them an email.
Yeah, and also like from what I've heard from different of my friends and people who are here studying, they all come from different countries, right? They all have very different backgrounds, and we all have different visa situations. So it's really different from country to country. Some countries are more difficult to get a visa to come to the US than others. But I've had friends who were also having issues getting their visa on time, and they had already paid the commitment deposit, like the $1,000 deposit. And the solution that they had was just deferring. Instead of starting on fall semester, they couldn't get their visas on time. So they just talked to the school about this issue. They let them know that they were not able to arrive on time, and they just started the next semester. So instead of starting fall semester, they started in spring semester, and like that's completely fine with the school. I know that was their solution to the problem of not getting a visa on time. So you can always just I would say the best practice is just having constant communication with USC and the department, just letting them know what your situation is, and if you have any issues with the visa, just let them know about it. And deferring to the next semester is always an option, and you will
If
not
I
get
were you,
commitment deposit because of that.
If I were you, I would make sure about the dates of referral because I do believe that they have a deadline for it and a reason for why you want to defer it. But they are very understanding. When I was in the middle of my visa problems, they helped me a lot.
To answer the question in my perspective, your three question, the 1,000 actually, I actually asked for a waiver, and surprisingly, they waived the fee for me. I don't know why, but they just did. The second question for like tuition and financial wise, I think the best option for you is to contact the financial office, and they're gonna give you the most updated information. As of us, we don't have those information, like the precise ones, and I would rather you guys have it from the financial office. And the third question, which is regarding immigration status, is that first of all, the international office can't help you. You could send them an email, and also they have a drop-in hour, and I will send in the links for you to see the drop-in hour. Uh, if they,
I sent the link to the whole site. If you can check the top to the top right, there's you can see the drop-in hours. I think they have it every day.
yeah, and they are very helpful. It's like if something very urgent, they're gonna help you, and you could actually call them by the phone. if something very urgent, they're gonna do it the same day.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Well, there you have it. You have one success story here from Adele. Um, in the chat, we have some other questions. I see one that says, "Can I get a fund after one semester?" And I am assuming this is referring to a scholarship or funding. And there's another one saying, is it allowed to work outside the university? So basically, there are a lot of funding options, not only from the university, there are also funding opportunities outside the university from the government and stuff. I would refer you to the web page, and I think I can post the link on the chat. I'll post the link on the chat regarding scholarships and funding opportunities from USC Viterbi. I think everyone who applies to the program is actually taken into consideration for funding. At least that was my experience the year I was admitted. And I think the deadline for hearing something about a scholarship was April 1st. And my deadline to say if I wanted to come or not to USC was April 15th. So I would just be on the lookout for that. Regarding jobs, I think international students, we are not allowed to take jobs outside the university, but we
The
are.
thing is, you can.
You can.
So if you graduated from a university in the US, if you're holding a diploma from the US, you can start applying for your CPT, which is like a working permission, after a year of studying your master, after one semester of getting your master's. If you have not studied in the US previously, you have to wait for a year to apply for your CPT, which you can do your internship or work at a office for up to a year. After graduation, you will have the opportunity to work under your OPT, which is called the OPT, for 3 years in total.
Oh yeah, that's in case you're referring to like professional experience in your area. If you were referring to the like actually working while you're studying, just to get extra funds or extra money, I think you have to apply for on-campus jobs. There's a lot of on-campus jobs and opportunities. We ourselves were working as Viterbi ambassadors. So we're getting paid, to chat with prospective students, holding these coffee chats, holding or participating in recruiting events that happen on campus. And I would say there's a very wide variety of on-campus jobs. I have a friend who is really into fitness and into going to the gym. So he got a certification to be a personal trainer, and he's currently working at the USC gym, which is pretty good. He's doing what he likes, and there's also, I would say, a very wide variety of hours that or working like the work descriptions vary a lot regarding the work hours. So for us, I would say this job is pretty chill about the time you have to work, and you get to choose your hours. If you would like to be working more hours per week, you can also search for a job that's like 10 hours per week or something. I think the maximum while you're studying, you're allowed to work maximum 20 hours per week. You can also try if you after your first semester, if you networked really well with some professors, or you took a class with a professor and they liked how you're working, they might ask you or invite you to be a TA, which is a teaching assistant, and helping them with that class. And that way you'll be getting paid to help the professor, grading the class and maybe checking the assignments that the students hand over. And it might be even from a class that you already took. So that's also a possibility. And yeah,
they're constantly looking for people to hire for the on-campus jobs available, so that students can make a income for themselves. So you don't have to worry if you want to get, some income for yourself.
Yeah, Adele, anything to add?
I think you guys covered everything, except yeah, I just applied for a job this one for like just this semester, and this is my first time working. But I don't have any specific things to know about like jobs on campus. Uh, Regarding working outside, I think what's uh, Ellen and Ace said is is what it is exactly, and you could just only work as something related to your major in OBT or CBT. And I don't believe there is anything that you could do working outside of campus other than those things.
I have a question about this topic. For example, for the jobs that you were talking about, you can apply it at the beginning of each semester for these jobs, or you can apply it at any moment when appear in some list these jobs inside the USC.
Okay, I think the first few weeks of campus is they have like a on-campus career fair where you could go and meet everyone there and ask if they have jobs and you could apply for them. And you could find all sorts of jobs on campus. Just pay attention to the event that can happen in the I think in the opening week. Yeah, and it's actually before classes started. The career fair on campus job gonna be.
Yeah, that's basically each semester there's a career fair for on-campus jobs, and there you can find out about any opportunities for a job here, or you can actually like on the spot apply to the job. That's how AJ did with
Yeah.
the ambassadors. That's how I met her. She applied right there on the spot, and there's also
So
the
you
good thing.
can
Yeah,
you
sorry.
can find a job. You can find a job for yourself in your first semester, like I did.
Yeah, I was also admitted to the Viterbi ambassadors on my first semester, which is great. Also, there's the good thing about USC is that there's also career fairs for you to find internships and jobs. Like once you graduate, a full-time job and stuff. And there's two of those per semester. One is for USC in general, like all of the different areas here in USC, and a lot of companies come, and a lot of students are actually applying, and they go to this career fair. And the good thing about Viterbi is that they hold up a special career fair just for engineering companies. And that's only for us engineering students and very important companies like Intel. I know Boeing has also been at the career fairs, and it's very wide variety. And for civil engineers, there's been like, I don't know, at least 5 or 6 companies coming to those career fairs. Those are held each semester, so you get a chance to network and hear about internships or full-time job opportunities on both semesters, which is a great thing. And yeah, let's see what other questions we have on the chat. Carlos, I read your question regarding the class. Yes, it's only once per week. I think it's on Mondays. I took that class last semester, so yeah, it was Mondays from 10 to 2 p.m. And then you don't get more hours with practice. One of the classes I'm taking this semester, it's only one time per week on that same time slot. But the professor, like he told us we should be attending to a tutorial session on Tuesdays, also once per week. So sometimes you would get professors telling you like, hey, you should go to this extra session. But for that class with Professor Busherick, at least last semester, it was only going there on Mondays. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Perfect.
Yeah, you're welcome. Do international students reading civil engineering masters get full funding at USC? I think there are full funding scholarship opportunities, but I don't know. I mean, I know it's not everyone, and I don't know how many have they offered in the past. I do know there are some students, international students, with full funding, like full tuition at least. But I don't know how many or what's the situation there, what's the case in which you can get full funding or full tuition reimbursement. Can I get your contact mail in order to have your kind support? Yeah, sure. I'll do something better, and I'll share with you the link to the student ambassador chat. There you can contact us three or even some other students. Maybe you would like to chat with someone from your country. There you can find all of the students who are ambassadors, not only in the civil engineering department. And I think it's a great resource for you. Any questions you might have after this session is over, you can just drop them on the chat, and we'll do our best to answer them. Herman, I see that you have your hand raised. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. So, hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Herman from Indonesia. I have been admitted for civil engineering general program, and my question is, can you tell me a little bit about what it is like to be a civil engineering student at USC? And second question is still the same about the statement of intent where I have to pay $1,000. So, you know, my study at USC will be fully funded by scholarship agent from Indonesian government. And because, you know, I'm struggling with that amount of money that I have to pay right now. So, but, you know, I'm currently already have letter of sponsorship from the scholarship agent. So yeah, it is possible to just submit the letter of sponsorship to as an alternate of the statement of intent that I have to pay or not. I think that's my question. So I hope you can answer that. Thank you.
Okay, I think I have the answer for that because I am actually fully funded from Kuwait, and when I asked them for the waive, they waived to me because I am fully funded. So I think you just ask the department to waive the 1,000 and send them the letter for fully funded.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And regarding the first question of what is it, or how is the experience of being a civil engineer at USC, I would say it's pretty good. It's pretty awesome to have that many opportunities. I did not, like, I'm from Mexico, and I'm it's not something that it happens in Mexico to have so many career fairs and events for you to network with employers. There's also the Viterbi, that, like, the School of Engineering has a career center just focused on helping you land an internship or a scholar or a full-time job after you graduate. And there's a lot of events, and when I say a lot, I do mean a lot of events for you to get your resumes or CVs reviewed by actual employers. And they have, like, employers from all over the different engineering disciplines. So I actually have, like, my resume was reviewed twice by two different people working at civil engineering companies, which is great because, like, who's better to give you advice on your resume than someone who actually works in a company of your field. And there's also mock interviews, and they organize mock interviews in which you get interviewed by like, you get to practice an actual interview with a person working on the industry. They get to give you advice. So when the career fair is organized, you actually already have practiced all this, and you have reviewed your resume, and I would say there's that, and there's also a lot of opportunities if you're interested in doing research, if you're interested in participating in these kind of things. There's also like each of the professors are involved in different research areas, and we have a lot of research labs that are very, I would say, different amongst each other. Like if you're interested on a particular subject, you'll definitely find professors doing research on that, and you can just volunteer and go to them and tell them that you're interested in helping them. And that's also something great. And me myself, I would say my university back home did not have all of these opportunities for civil engineering. So yeah, in my experience has been that so far.
Thank you. Thanks for your answer. And may I have 2 more questions, please?
Sure.
And the university requires me to take like international student examination while upon arrival at USC. So, do you have experience taking the international examination at USC? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Is it an English
Yes,
proficiency exam?
yes, exactly.
So you're probably required to take that just because you might have not satisfied your score on TOEFL or IELTS. I don't know which one you took, but
Yes.
just because, right? I haven't taken that because I was on the range that they were looking for. But I am assuming that it's going to be like TOEFL. Did you check their website? I'm checking right now.
Not yet.
Not yet. You have to schedule your exam.
Mhm.
And for the description, it says there are 2 parts to it, writing and written and oral. So I'm assuming it's just like TOEFL and IELTS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I submit my IELTS, but they
If you,
when they
yeah. What
when
was
they
your
said
IELTS score?
6.0, it's 6.0.
6. Oh yeah. They're expecting at least 6 from each part with an overall score of 6.5, I think. That's the reason why you're required to take this exam.
Okay. And I think the last question is, my the class will be started on August 26 for fall semester. So, what's the best time you guys suggest me to arrive in the US? Because I'm in Indonesia.
I got here at the beginning of August. I would say, like, of course, the earlier you can arrive, the better, because you get a chance to, explore the city, tourist, uh, get everything set up in your apartment. I arrived at the beginning of August, and I remember there wasn't any issues. There's an introduction week before the classes start, which is something nice. I would advise you to, if you can make it, try to make it. I know there's like the whole visa situation. Um, I was having issues getting my visa, so I arrived like one day before the introduction week. They call it another way, but you'll get an email regarding it. If you can make if you can make it to that event, I would say it's great. And yeah, basically that was my experience. That's my advice.
Mhm. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you will. So Amambe is asking, could you talk about the Astani Graduate Scholars Program? Does anyone know about the Astani Graduate Scholars Program? Yeah, I have no experience regarding or I have no knowledge about the Astani Graduate Scholars Program. I think it just means you're being funded. It's just students being funded by the Astani department. I'm really not sure if in return you have to work or help as a teaching assistant or something. That might be it, but yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot help with that question. I haven't heard about that program. We also have another question saying how many courses for the ADCT is usual for the first semester? I see there are 3 courses of 4 units, 2 courses of 2 units. I think, yeah, I would say just start with the ones of 4 units first. On my first semester, I took the 2 courses of 4 units. I took the BEAM course that you mentioned before, and I also took the ENE 505, which is the energy and the environment, with Professor Kelly Sanders, which is a great professor. And right now I'm also taking 2 courses of 4 units. So I'm leaving everything that's, no, sorry, I'm taking the 2 courses that you were mentioning of 2 units. So that's 4, and 1 course of 4 units, because you always have to be taking 8 units until your last semester. If your last semester, we have a 28 unit master program. The ADCT is 28 units, and I know a lot of programs are 28 units as well. So if your last semester you only have 4 units left, that's okay. You can just let the school and let the school know that you have only 4 units remaining and you cannot complete 8, and that's fine. But you always have to be taking 8 units. So yeah, you can arrange them as you want. Just make sure to be taking the 8 units. My experience has been that I took those courses last semester. Right now I'm taking 2 of 2 units and 1 of 4 units. Next semester I'll be taking my electives, which are going to be 4 units each, and last semester is going to be just 4 units. So yeah, hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you. So per semester study for 8 units, you think it's okay? I don't know if it was too much. Well, too much, no, but maybe
Too
10
few?
units could be okay, or
I think it's okay for your first semester.
how do you feel? How hard maybe is the
No, it wasn't that hard. I mean, comparing it to undergrad, which you're taking like 5 or in my case, I was taking 5 or 6 courses.
Yeah.
It felt light. Like taking 2 courses on my first semester felt light. But it was good for me in a way that I was able to get involved with other activities and other things. I'm into sports, so I was able to, take boxing classes, go to the gym. I was able to join student groups, which there are plenty of student groups here at USC. It's one of the great things about the university. I was able to go out and make a lot of friends. I did have plenty of time off. I wouldn't say it was difficult. I also wouldn't say it was like just sleeping and chilling. It did require work and like the
Commitment.
your commitment. You're expected to perform at a high level on those courses because you are only taking 2. I would say if you wanted, you could be taking more courses, but then you could be missing out on some of the other experiences that the university offers. AJ, you look like you want to add something to that.
Yeah, so I wanted to actually take more courses than 2, but then my academic advisors, you need their permissions in order to register for the classes, and they were like, this is your first semester, and you have to prove, that the requirements for all of the master's programs at USC, you have to have a GPA that is higher than 3.0 and higher. So in order to take more classes, not on your first semester, you have to prove that you can score 3.0 or higher GPA. So for your first term, you won't be able to get more classes anyways. But that doesn't mean that you will be chilling, you will be, you know, having so much free time. But I would say that it will help you adjust to your new life here, and you can explore the options, the opportunities you have at USC as activities while studying.
And
Yeah,
then
And I,
yes, thank you very much. It was so much clear. I just decided to take the 8 credits. That's the 2
You
courses.
can always have you ever visited your My USC?
No. So that sounds great to explore everything to do there,
Okay.
like some activities, make friends.
You can always consult your academic advisor, which you can find through your My USC profile.
and
Yeah,
actually,
thank you.
I want you to stay in the minimum hours the first semester because you're gonna see things when you come here. You're gonna see things are different than what you are prospective before you
Yeah.
come, and it's better to stay at the minimum in the first semester because there might some things happens that you need to contact your advisor, and everything you have any issue you have to contact your advisor right away, and they're gonna help you for everything.
Yeah.
Uh, in regard of coming, I recommend you to come as early as possible, so you could set up everything and it's like set up everything before the classes start. And the fall semester, the classes start in August 26. So you could come in a month before that. So it's like in July 26, July 27, if you want, or you could come if you could come like before classes. It it doesn't. It's up to you actually, but it's recommended to have more time to look around, to find an apartment, to set up everything.
Plus, if you're an international student, you know that you have to register classes after you come to the US.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
And then we have a question saying each unit have to pay approx $2,000. That was for this year. The prices are supposed to increase each year, but they haven't posted the prices for this upcoming year. So yeah, I would say it was 2,400 for this current year, not for next year. 2,424 per unit. And Ariga, you have your hand up. Do you have a question? Or should I guess it was that one on the chat?
I have one last more
Yep.
question.
Go ahead.
So one of the issues that I'm thinking I will be facing is that it will be difficult in terms of find like apartment or something like that in the US. So can the ambassador will help international student like me to find an apartment there? That's my question.
Not specifically like providing an apartment, but we can help you like search for options, and
Yeah,
there's a lot of
like,
different things you can do to get an apartment. My recommendation, if you're coming for your first time to LA, and it's your I don't know, you're okay with sharing an apartment. That also depends, if you're single, if you're coming with family or whatever. But if you're
yeah.
okay with that, applying to USC housing is always something that I would recommend to someone coming here for the first time. But spots are limited, right? So maybe you apply to USC housing and you don't get a housing option. There's Facebook groups offering USC housing. I would just say be careful with that, because there are a lot of scams going on. So just make sure to FaceTime with the owner. Maybe they can show you the apartment through FaceTime. You can always contact us through the Viterbi ambassador chat. and we'll look at whatever options you're looking at and let you know, hey, this seems like a scam, or hey, this seems legit to us.
Can you guys see what I'm sharing? If you like, I can share this document with you that
Yeah, we can see.
USC prepared. It shows you the on-campus options as well as some of the statistics about where students live in LA, what are the percentages, how much they pay on average. If you guys want, I can share this with you.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
How
and
can I send a document?
I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can.
Can I send it through chat?
Yeah, you can send it through chat. There's a like an icon for sharing files. And yeah, basically there are a lot of options for housing, both on campus and off campus. I would say that prices depend very much on what you're looking for. You can find something as cheap as, I don't know, $800 or $900 per month if you're sharing a room, right? Like you have two beds on a room and you're sleeping with someone else. If that's not your thing, then you can find, or like in a shared house, for example, that can also be like not as expensive as living by yourself. If you want to rent a studio apartment or something in which it's only you, that's of course going to be much more expensive. So there's a very wide variety of prices. But yeah, just be careful of scams. Always ask for second opinions of people who are living here. If you have friends maybe living here in USC or in LA, just ask them if they can take a look at the apartment for you, or just asking them like to see, hey, here's a link, can you look at this post and let me know if it seems legit to you. But yeah, coming here to USC housing would be my advice for first time people arriving here, because that way it gives you an opportunity to get to know the area. USC housing is pretty good. I have a lot of friends living there. I did not live there myself, but I have a lot of friends who live in USC housing. And their experience was that their first year they were able to look at the area. And then while being here, looking for their second year accommodation, which was easier for them because they were already here. So they could just go and meet the person and see the apartment.
Thank you for your answer. Sorry if you hear some voice is like a call to prayer in the morning. So
Yeah,
it's
no worries.
3 a.m. here.
No worries. And we do have another question.
I will share the document right away.
Awesome. Thank you, Meja. Another question says, please share contact link of student. I did send the Viterbi ambassador chat link to the group. Let me send it again. Okay, can you guys confirm if you received that last link that I sent to the ambassador chat? Okay, awesome. There you can look for us or talk to any of the students there. Maybe you would like to talk to someone from your country, or I don't know, but yeah, any questions you might have, you can make them to us through that chat. And even you can, some of us, we have our Calendly link available. If you would like to get into a Zoom chat, it doesn't need to be too long or too short. It can be like, I don't know, 15, 30 minutes or whatever. You can book a meeting with us through that Calendly link, or we can provide it to you through the chat. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have any more questions or anything, AJ, Adele, that you would like to add before wrapping up.
You can always ask your questions through Unibuddy profile. You can chat with us or any other students that you might feel closer to, or according to their major or where they're from. You can find us on Unibody profile. And thank you so much for coming here today, asking questions. I really hope that we helped you guys a little. And again, I would like to congratulate you all.
Thank you everyone for coming in here in our chat. And if you have any question, you could reach out to us in Unibody, or and it's like don't be afraid to call anybody on campus to ask for help, to send them an email. If it's very urgent, you just call them. It's easier. And if it's something you could wait for, you just send an email, wait it 1 day, 2 days until they respond, and everyone will help you as much as they can. And thank you here, and congratulations on your admission to University of Southern California.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. I hope you have a good rest of the day.
Thank you very much, guys. It was really awesome, this Zoom meeting.
Anytime.
Thank you.
See you on campus, everyone.
Yeah, see you.